Now, students, there are different type of landforms which are being surveyed and measured. The height of a particular place is being surveyed and then it is measured. Now, the first method which is used to find out the height of the particular place is the spot height. Now, usually the spot height can be seen on your topographic maps with a dot and a number. For example, like this. If it is a dot and then it is given as 294. This is the spot height of the particular place. It means that the particular place is being surveyed and then after the survey it is being measured, and after measuring it, it is being written as a dot and 294, which clearly mentions that the particular area or that particular place is being surveyed and then the height of that place is being written. Now the second method is called as trigonometry station. Now on your topographic map, the symbol is written as a triangle, and if it is 326, triangle and 326, it means that the method which is used to measure the height of that particular place is triangle, that is trigonometry. The trigonometry method is being used to measure the height of that particular place or an area. So it is written in a form of a triangle and 326. So this is the second method, or this is the second way into which we can measure the height of the particular place. So first one is the spot height and the second one is the trigonometry station. So in this way the two symbols can be seen. One, if it is coming with a dot and 294 or any other XYZ number. For example, if it is dot 472. So it means the particular area is being surveyed and the height of that particular place is being written. The second method which is used is trigonometry station, where the method used or the way used is trigonometry, and then the height of that particular area is being noted or being measured, that is triangle 326. For example, it is triangle 448. Then it means again a trigonometry method is used and then the height of that particular area is being noted down. Now come to the third one, that is, you will also find such type of a number on your topo sheet. If it is BM 642. So what does BM means? BM means the benchmark. What is a benchmark? It means that the mark is being cut down on a particular building or a tree and then a number is being written. It means that the area is being surveyed. The area is being surveyed, and whichever a stone is there at that particular place or a building is there, then the height of that particular area is being noted with BM, that is benchmark. It is being marked on a building or a particular stone. It is being cut on a building or a stone and then the number is written with BM, and BM is a benchmark. Now after this, there is one more symbol which can be seen on your topographic maps, and that is about the prominent surveyed trees. Now students, the prominent surveyed trees, usually you will find on your topographic maps this symbol with black in color. The symbol is black in color. Okay. So what are these? These are nothing but a prominent surveyed trees. The height of the particular place is being noted and then it is written in the form of 334, example 334. Okay. So usually this symbol and a number is written, and that is called as the prominent surveyed trees. Also keep it in mind, students, don't forget this, that when we are discussing about the prominent survey trees or when such type of a symbol comes with 334, note it down that it is not the height of the tree. It is not the height of the tree. The height of the tree is not taken. At this particular point, when such symbol and 334 comes, it means that the point above the mean sea level is mentioned. The point above the mean sea level is mentioned. It is not the height of the tree. Okay, so such type of symbol, when it comes with a black color, a tree with a black color with any of the number, it means that it is a prominent cervid trees. It is not the height of the tree, but it is the point which is above mean sea level. So in this way, these are the 4 ways into which the height of the particular area is being measured. At the same time, this is a benchmark where a cut is being done on a building or on a stone, and then it is written in this form, that is BM 642, and then a prominent survey trees into which a tree with a black color and a number is written, which shows that the particular area is being surveyed and the height of that particular place is being noted at that particular place. So these are the various symbols and numbers which can be seen on your topographic maps. Okay, now our next point of discussion is the landforms that are formed due to the shape of the land. Okay, so keep one more thing in mind, that when a particular shape is there of a landform, it can be seen with the help of a contours. Now shape of the land or contours are due to the lands that has been formed. The shape of the land or the contours are because of the landforms that has been formed. Now if contours are in this way, okay, if the contours are, I told you in my previous lecture also, if the contour lines are very close to each other, it means, it proves that these are the steep slopes. Steep slopes. If the contour lines are very close to each other, so those landforms are of steep slopes. And if the contour lines are far apart from each other, in this way, so they are the gentle slope. The contour lines are of gentle slope. So it depends upon the shape of the land. The contour lines are fixed on the shape of the land. If the contour lines are very close and very near to each other, they are the steep slopes, and if the contour lines they are far away from each other, it proves that it is a gentle slope. Now, come to the next point, that is relative height or a relative depth. Now, if it is given, what is R? What is R on a topographic map? R is the relative height. Relative height, or we can also say relative depth. Now, when we will say it is a relative height or a relative depth, for example, if it is 6R, if it is 6R, so keep it in mind that if it is 6R and then well is being given, okay, line or an unlined well is there, blue in color, and if it is written here 6R, so what does it mean? That the relative depth of that particular place or of that particular well or an unlined well is 6R. But if it is a well, okay, if it is a well, or you can say an unlined well. When you say it is unlined well, the symbol will be like this. And if it is a well, it will be completely blue in color. Now, if it is it will 6R is the relative. It will be a relative depth. It is to be understood because we always measure the distance of a well in meters deep inside the water. So it will be relative depth. Now if we are saying if it is a relative height, so when we will notice that it will be the 6R will be the relative height. For example, if it is the embankments are there, okay, if the embankment is there and this is the embankment, okay, so this is the symbol for the embankment on your topographic map, and if it is given as 6R, so it is to be understood that near the tank or near the water body the embankments are there, and the embankment is 6R, that is the relative height, because we are not going to measure the distance in meter in deep into the waters, but because we are going to measure the height of that particular embankment, okay, because the embankment will be raised above the ground, so it will be relative height. near the tanks, near the well, or wherever the flooded rivers are there. So at that particular place the embankments are there. So the relative height is being measured, which comes in 6 r or any other number. It can be 8 r, it can be 11 r. So from that we can come to know that it's an embankment, and then the relative height. If it is just given as 6 r, so 6 r and a well is being there, or any of the water body is there at that particular place, then it is the relative depth of the water body. So 6 r, it is to be understood, it will not be mentioned that it is an embankment, but with the help of the symbol, with the help of the sign and the symbol, you should know that whether it is a water body or whether it's an embankment. So if it is a water body, it has to be a relative depth, and if it is a embankment, it has to be a relative height. And usually it is found near the water bodies. Now, one more thing you are supposed to keep it in mind, students, that when you are writing the depth of the particular water body or the height of a particular place, so don't forget to mention the unit. Don't forget to mention the unit. Unit in meters. Okay, unit in meters. For example, the height of a particular spot height is given. Okay, now spot height is there. For example, if it is dot 262. So what is the highest point on the topographic map? If the question comes, what is the highest point on the topographic maps? So when a highest point is asked to you, and if the highest point is 262 on your topographic maps, so you are not supposed to write the answer as 262. If you are going to write just 262, then that answer is going to be very much wrong, completely wrong. You will not get marks for that. Why? Because you are just writing a number. So unit is very important. If you write 262 meters, then the answer is right. So don't forget to write down the unit. So this was all about the height and depth and how the area is being measured. Okay.